can stay right here, we will play until somehow you can find a slightly different frame of mind. Right here in my arms, away from all harm. You'll be safe from all the flares, although I know you don't care. Take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines with your shattered frame of mind. Or instead you could always stay. We can wait right here and play until somehow you can find a slightly better frame of mind. Take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines with your shattered frame of mind. Or instead you could always stay. We can wait right here and play until somehow you can find a slightly better frame of mind. Take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines with your shattered frame of mind. Or instead you could always stay. We can wait right here and play until somehow you can find a slightly better frame of mind. And when the light comes through, when the day isn't new, then it will be time for a new frame of mind. When all eyes are on you, you will know what to do, since you will have found your new frame of mind. When you lift your head up to the sky, take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines, but always know that you'll be safe. I'll be here throughout your days. Come find me and we will play.
In time, but I don't know how I'm here. The sunlight has turned to gray, and I feel like I'm losing love again. I don't know how I'm here. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. 'Cause it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna breathe. And it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna need. And it's you that I wanna need. And I know now we're getting older. The world we built is slipping through our fingers. We're running out of time. But you are the one I've chosen, and I won't live in your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. 'Cause it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna breathe. And it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna need. And it's you that I wanna need.
can stay right here. We will play until somehow you can find a slightly different frame of mind. Right here in my arms, away from all harm. You'll be safe from all the flares, although I know you don't care. Your head up to the sky. Take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines with your shattered frame of mind. Instead you could always stay. We can wait right here and play until somehow you can find a slightly better frame of mind. Take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines with your shattered frame of mind. Instead you could always stay. We can wait right here and play until somehow you can find a slightly better frame of mind. Take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path along the lines with your shattered frame of mind. Instead you could always stay. We can wait right here and play until somehow you can find a slightly better frame of mind. And when the light comes through, when the day isn't new, then it will be time for a new frame of mind. When all eyes are on you, you will know what to do, since you will have found your new frame of mind. When you lift your head up to the sky, take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines, but always know that you'll be safe. I'll be here throughout your days.
AI, artificial intelligence. Everyone says this stuff's taking over the world. I don't even know what's true anymore. Is it important? Is it not? Should I learn how to use it properly? I mean, I learned how to make banana bread yesterday with ChatGPT. Does that count? No, probably not. Obviously more to it. Gemini, Codex, Cloud Code. It's like a new Pokemon every day. Maybe this stuff is worth learning more. After all, who knows what the world's gonna look like in the next couple years? Hell, would there even be a world? Well, coffee still tastes like coffee. What's gonna happen to little Timmy? Yeah, I gotta do it. I gotta learn AI for Timmy. For me. I guess I should just start, but one wonders how. I guess I should just make something.
Action. Okay, a third time. And action. Action.
What's going on, guys? How you doing, everybody? Press 1 if you can hear me and see me. I think it's a little bit bright. Let me turn the brightness down. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing today? What's going on? Nice. Hey, drop your country or where you're watching from in the chat if you want to. Maybe like drop your city. Always love to see that. What's going on, everybody? Sorry, I'm a little bit late today. My alarm didn't go off. So I barely prepared for this, actually. Usually I give myself like 4 hours to prepare. This time I only got 1 hour. So this might be a little scuffed, but that's okay. Latvia, South Africa, Buenos Aires. Yo, I've been eating so many empanadas. I don't know if I'm not sure if anyone here in the chat has had an empanada from Argentina, but there's this Argentinian lady that lives that has a shop near my gym. My God, just the best empanadas you've ever had in your life, bro. Switzerland, Bangladesh, Pakistan's in the blood. Dubai, hell yeah, awesome. Hey guys, well, thank you so much for being here today. Got what is it, 200 people? That's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy amount of people right now. I always feel like the internet makes it feel like a lot smaller than it really is. But like, if you actually imagined what 200 people look like if we were in the crowd, like that's actually pretty crazy. Like if there's 200 people in front of me right now, it's that is a lot of people. And so, no, thank you all for being here. Morocco, ooh, Lahore. What's up? I was born in Lahore. Okay, cool. Let's get started, everybody. By the way, just so I understand, how many of you are completely new to Make Something? Like you've never ever came to a live stream before, like you just decided to come out today? Like press 1 if you're completely new. It kind of helps you understand. I feel like a lot of you maybe also might be from the previous live stream. I don't know. Oh yeah, we got a lot of newbies. Yeah, I feel like the iOS Android type thing is something a lot of people are interested in, and we started this Make Something stuff like 4 weeks ago, before we were just teaching people like the super simple how to make stuff with Codex, but I think a lot of people wanted to make more complex things, and so we're gonna like. I don't know, yeah, some of the platforms are just getting better and better, the tools are getting better and better, and I think it's just about how can you actually use the tools effectively now. Cool, second time, awesome. Cool, let's get started then. So, hey everybody, welcome to Make Something. It's good to have you. This is a very simple initiative. All Make Something is it's a place to learn how to make stuff with AI. That's literally it. There's nothing else we're trying to do here. We're not trying to change the world or solve anything. It's just super simple. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world today related to AI, and I think that there should be a place where people can just learn, this stuff. And so today, we have a very simple task for ourselves. I'm gonna have you all build your very first mobile app. This is an app that will work on your phone. It'll work on your iPhone or Android device. And by the end, each of you will have your own app that's running on your phone. So that's the, oh, is the music playing? Oh, damn. All right, it's fixed now. My bad, guys. I'll start again. So, welcome to Make Something. This is a very, very simple thing. This is a place to learn how to make stuff with AI. I think that there's a lot going on in the world today where every single day new things are coming out, new tools are coming out, new strategies are coming out. And I think there's not really a place where people can just learn this stuff. And so that's why I made this thing. So today it's very, very simple. We're just gonna have you all build your very first mobile app. So the goal is for all of you by the end of the day to actually, or by the end of the next 1 to 2 hours, to actually have an app that is running on your phone. So whether you have iOS or Android, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna actually have you all do this because I think the coolest thing that you can do today is to actually do this, where you've built an app, but then it also runs on your device. So it feels very real. Press 1 if this is like your first ever iOS Android app. I'm just curious. I feel like it's probably most people. It's actually pretty hard to build an iOS Android app. If you tried to build one like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's pretty hard. Like you have to have so much knowledge about how things work, how phones work, and just a bunch of other nonsense that you don't have to know anymore, to be honest. So it's pretty great. It's pretty insane that most of you are gonna actually be able to have your first app by today. And again, I think most of you here have also never touched a coding agent before. I think it's about 70% of you have never touched a coding agent. So this is very much for beginners. I'm not gonna go into like hyper advanced things. I just want you all to actually build your first app. We can get to the advanced stuff later, but I think right now it's just like, cool, most of you here have never built your first app, or first mobile app rather. Let's do that first, And so, hey, just so I introduce myself, my name is Farza, and previously I was the founder of Zip School, which was one of the biggest online elementary schools in America. And then I was the founder of BuildSpace, which was, I guess what was BuildSpace? It was like a giant place where people worked on their own ideas. And then for the last 12 months, I've just been hacking on random projects. And Make Something is actually one of my random projects. So thank you, audience, for coming by and looking at one of my random projects. I want to set the scene just a little bit before we hop into the stuff to talk about. I hope it's okay if I can yap just a little bit. I just want to yap just a little bit about ideas, how to come up with ideas, and how I feel about ideas. Because I think that I could sit here and I could give you guys a tutorial on how to use Replit or Claude Code to make an iPhone app. Honestly, you can watch like 50 YouTube videos for that already. It's already out there. But I think what is maybe the more important, interesting bit here is, what do you actually build? How do you come up with that? Where do you start? I think that'd be a lot more interesting. And then yes, I'm also gonna teach you the actual core skill set of how you can build your first mobile app. So let me just set the scene. 2026. This is a crazy. This is a crazy time to be alive. I think that we live in a time in human history where you can actually become anything that you want. And it doesn't matter what it is at this point. Do you want to be a filmmaker? Maybe one of you are watching me right now in the chat, one of the 200 of you, and you want to be a filmmaker. Well, hey, guess what? Take out your phone, tell a story, and start a weekly series on YouTube. And congratulations, you have now taken the first step to being a filmmaker. Do you want to become an electrical engineer? Hey, grab a Raspberry Pi for 20 bucks off the internet, open up ChatGPT, and start asking ChatGPT how to build stuff on this Raspberry Pi, and start to actually understand how to, work with hardware by literally working with hardware. Do you want to become a founder? Oh, awesome. Just open up literally any coding agent, build an idea that you're excited about, and make your first dollar on the internet. And congratulations, you're a founder. So I think it doesn't matter what country you're in anymore. It doesn't matter where you went to school. It doesn't matter. None of that stuff matters. All that matters is that if you have an internet connection, which I guess all of you do because you're watching me, that means that you can now make something and build a career on that thing. And I think AI amplifies this like 100x now. Like, to be honest, it's always been the case where you can actually build anything or make your ideas. But I think that as of 2026, AI has officially amplified that to like 10x. So, hey, do you want to make an anime? Awesome. You can download this video model called Dance and make an anime. You want to make a personal website? Great. Use this platform called Lovable. Do you want to make a new first-person shooter that feels like Counter-Strike? Great. Download this thing called Codex. Do you want to make a new lo-fi girl? Great. Check out this thing called Suno. Like, we are officially in a time in human history where not only can you make anything, but it's the starting energy has become extremely low, which is both a good and bad thing. I think it's good in the sense of like anybody can do this now, but it's bad in the sense of like it's so easy now that people are just not working on things that are interesting. And so I think that's another issue. So I think we're officially in a moment in time where all you need is an idea. That's literally all you need to get started today. To actually build a career working on stuff that you enjoy, all you need is an idea. And so let's talk about ideas. And I promise I won't yap too long. I just want to I want to talk a little bit about this because I think that, I don't know, I think this is the actual important thing that's missing today from like, you know, the conversation. Tell me something right now in the chat. Tell me something that you are glad exists. For example, I'm glad AirPods exists. I'm glad Naruto exists. I'm glad, you know, comfy couches exist. I'm glad this Sony FX30 camera I'm using right now exists. Tell me something that you are happy exists, that you are a fan of, that you just love, that you're like, I'm so happy that this thing exists, you know, for me. Whisperflow, Spotify, iPads, cookies. Who invented cookies? Who invented cookies? I'm glad you exist. Aw, chill with the glazing. YouTube, cars. I'm not gonna say that. Claude Code. My mom, okay. I'm so glad lip oil. Biryani, damn. Who invented biryani? Thin mints, cricket, Italian football, amazing. You all are giving me such beautiful, beautiful, wonderful examples in the chat. And I think that what's important to recognize is that nearly every single thing that you mentioned in the chat is someone else's invention. It's something that started out as a tiny, tiny, tiny idea in someone else's head, right? And I think that we tend to like romanticize these people. We tend to think that these people who made things like the iPad or ChatGPT or Spotify or the internet or airplanes, we think that they're like some superhuman beings that are like aliens. No, I'll be honest with you guys, they were no different from you. They were exactly like you. Everyone starts in the same exact spot. And so I want to show you a quick example, and maybe you guys know him, maybe you don't, but this is one of the first things that this one very small artist put out when he was 17 years old.
It was you walking out my door. You said you loved me just moments before. Why'd you lie? What the heck?
Cool. So does anybody know who that is? Who is this person that's jumping around in short shorts, wearing a cheetah bandana, talking about something? This is Post Malone, everybody. Yes, Post Malone, the global superstar that is is like a top 10 artist in the world. When he was 17 years old, he started just doing stuff like this. And you know, you can say most people would never do this. Most people would think it's a bad song or it's like he's dancing weird, but he didn't care. He just started out, right? He just started out by doing something small and silly. And I think that the lesson here is that we all gotta start somewhere. Every single one of us. And for a lot of you guys, you're starting here, today, with your first mobile app, with your first little small silly idea. So look, you wanna be this guy. You wanna be more like this guy, where you just don't give a fuck and you don't care and you just put yourself out there. And you don't care how silly the idea is. That was a crazy butt shake, because you never know where you're gonna go. And so yeah, ideas always start out small, silly, and almost embarrassing. I think for a lot of you, you're gonna build your first mobile app today, and it's gonna be maybe something really silly. Maybe it's something like, I don't know, it's like a Pomodoro timer to help you study. Maybe you feel like that's small or silly, it doesn't matter. Like, it's good. Every idea should start out small and silly. I wanna give three more examples here, just for fun. Does anybody know what this is? This is the first version of a certain book, a small little book that exists today. Does anybody know what this is? This is one of the first drafts of a book that came out that is now a big deal. This is Harry Potter. This is the first draft of Harry Potter, and J.K. Rowling literally would just write it on her notepad and then show her friends. And hey, who knew that the story of a boy who goes to school to become a wizard would become as big as it is today? Does anybody know what this is? This is the first version of another idea that's quite big today. But at the time, this was something they put together in, I think, about 7 days in 1998. This is Super Smash Brothers. This is Super Smash Brothers. And it's crazy to think that Super Smash Brothers is as big as it is today, but look how kind of like silly it kind of looks initially. And this is the last one. I'm just gonna tell you what this is. This is the Dyson vacuum cleaner that started out as just a simple sketch in Dyson's notebook where he wanted to build a better vacuum cleaner. And this is how it began, you know? So I think what I'm trying to get at is all these ideas, they took time. They start out looking kind of silly and small and I don't really know, but over many years, they become amazing. And I think the problem is that 99% of people never even give their own ideas a shot because they don't think they're good enough or they don't think they have any ideas. I think that's the biggest thing that maybe before we get started, I want you to think. Ideas are really overrated. In the beginning, I do not believe there is any such thing as a good or a bad idea. In fact, the way you should think about it is an idea is just your starting point. And you need to pick your starting point. You don't need to pick an idea right now. You just need to pick a starting point. So for example, let's say that you want to build this Pomodoro study timer app today. Great. That's not, don't think about this as like a good idea or not. Think about it as a starting point and see where your idea takes you. And so cool, let's actually build something. I want to show you guys like the basics of like how I build stuff with agents today, how I think about products. Honestly, just so you guys know, the reason I'm doing this session is for the last 2 days, I was tutoring one of my friends one-on-one on how to build his first app. And he's completely not technical. He's never made anything before. And I found that only 10% of what I was teaching him was actually skills. Like, hey, this is a database, or hey, this is how an agent works. And 90% was really me teaching him about how to build a product. And so I think that's super interesting, how we are in a time where it's not really about the skill, it's more about how you think about things holistically. Cool, so yeah, that's what I want you to do. I want to build a mobile app today. I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. And I want this moment to be the starting point for your idea, all right? So I don't care whether you think or not, you have good ideas or not. You do have a good idea. It's whatever's in your brain right now. I'm gonna help you out right now on how to come up with it. But right now, I want you to kind of follow along with me. We're gonna use this agent called Replit. This is kind of my favorite. I call it all batteries included agent. It kind of makes mobile app development scarily easy. Like when I was teaching I was tutoring my friend earlier this week. I just showed him Replit and I was scared at how good it was. And now I've also begun using it myself. And I want to also make it clear, none of these companies are paying me any money. I'm doing this completely for free. I just think that Replit is actually a really, really, really good platform. And I've been using it a lot for the last 1 month now. And so you may be asking, hey, what about Claude Code? What about Cursor? What about Codex, Farza? What about all these other tools, right? I think that shipping stuff and building stuff and getting things out there is so much more important than what tools you use, okay? If I wanted to make a movie today, I can make a movie in iMovie. I can make a movie in Windows Movie Maker. I can make a movie in Final Cut Pro. It doesn't matter what tool you use. What matters is that you actually get the fucking thing out there and don't think too much about what you're using. And so I see a lot of people on Twitter and on the internet getting obsessed with what the tools they're using, but all these people are just yapping all day and they never actually build anything. And so I don't want you to be that person. I want you to be the person that doesn't care about what hyped up thing everyone's talking about it is, and I just want you to just get something out there. And so, hey, sit back, relax, just watch right now. Do not follow me along, okay? Rather, don't follow along with what I'm doing. I just want to show you the capabilities first, and afterwards you will get your shot. So again, Don't try to follow me right now. Just sit back, relax, enjoy the show, hang out in the chat, and just learn some stuff. And then after, you will actually go and build your own thing. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to Replit.com. This is the agent we're using. Replit is free for like the first 7 or 8 prompts or something, and then it costs money, but you can get pretty far with just 7 or 8 prompts. And what I wanna do here today is I want to actually build an idea. I wanna build a mobile app. So chat, can you give me an idea? Can anybody give me an idea of what to build? Because I actually have not thought about it yet. And yeah, I mean, does anybody have any good ideas? Maybe we can come up with something right now. Also, I'm very, very sorry, but there's this thing where I can't take my iPhone screen and put it on my MacBook. There's like some software update error. So that's gonna be a little bit tricky. So this is gonna be a little bit scuffed, I'm sorry. An app that adds Discord bot, a multiplayer game, a board game, but multiplayer, okay. An alarm clock with a custom audio message every morning, a networking app like Bumble, but for matching interests. Oh, that's kind of cool. A networking app like Bumble, the dating app, but for matching interests. That's super cool, actually. I like that idea. Kind of like finding an app to help you find friends, I guess. Scrape Pokemon cards over the internet. ADHD planner. I don't have ADHD, so I don't really know if I'll do a good job at building that. An app that searches for verifiable discount codes on different platforms. Mentor match. Ooh, mentor match. That's kind of cool. Stop doom scrolling. Okay, cool. There's a lot of different ideas here. What do I pick? What do I pick? An app for dogs? What does that even mean? Something related to education. Co-study work background. An app that sends me dad jokes every day. How about we do something kind of simple? How about we, I like a lot of these ideas. How about we build a simple app where you guys can actually get it, you guys can get the app, and you can actually maybe submit an update about what you're working on and see what everybody else is working on in a super basic feed, for example. I'm just gonna give you an example here. So maybe it's an app where you can join it. Maybe it's like the Make Something app, you know? Because right now, all you guys are all over the world. Who are you? Maybe, you know, what are you working on? What about a simple app where all of you can actually go on there, make an account, tell a little bit about yourself, get a profile, and then see everybody else who's also here. How about that? And maybe we can make it more complex as we go. But that's a pretty complex app. That would be an app that requires database, authentication, I mean, it's multiplayer. So that'd be pretty complex. But kind of like a personal directory for everybody in this little community. That's kind of the idea. How about we try that? How about we just try working on it and see where it takes us? Sometimes, honestly, like I said, I haven't rehearsed any of this. I think with ideas and when you use these coding agents, the way to think about it is just try to get your brain to get to the smallest thing possible at the beginning. You don't need an idea. I like to think about it as like, what's the first kind of screen, you know? What's the first screen that I want to see? And I go from there. And so let's try that. By the way, I'm going to be using this tool called Whisper Flow. It lets me talk to my MacBook because I don't like talking to AI that much, like typing, but I talk to it. So it makes it really easy to talk to AI. Cool, so I'm going to just type it in here. Okay, hey, how's it going? So here's what we're going to build today. I'm running a community called Make Something. And what I want is, I want you to just start very, very, very simple. Make me a beginner screen that shows me a feed of everybody in the community. Maybe their profile picture, their location, what they're working on, and maybe I can click into each of the cards and it lets me also see their profile. Cool, so that's super simple. So that's kind of like how I like doing things. I just kind of talk to the AI about the simplest version of my idea. And with Replit, by the way, it's very important that you say this: create a mobile app. If you don't say this, Replit will get confused and maybe make you a website, but we want to make a mobile app. We want this working on our phones. This is not a website. And so you can see here, like, this is kind of how I like prompting. When you think about your idea and how you do your first prompt, you got to think about it as the most basic thing possible. don't go to AI and tell it your entire vision, okay? Go to AI and just have it come up with the first screen. So in this case, what is the most basic version of this product I want to make? It's a screen that shows different cards on the screen, right? With everybody's profile. It maybe shows their name, their profile pic, etc., right? That's all. No messaging, no authentication, no onboarding, nothing. You want to start out very small. And I'm going to show you why in a moment. But you want to start out small because if you start out too big, then your product gets too complicated. And I want to give you, and by the way, while it's building stuff here, I want to give you an analogy. I want to give you a very basic analogy. You want to talk to these agents, these builder agents, like you would talk to a real engineer. So if you tell a real person, let's say you have a real person in front of you for a moment, right? Let's say this coffee cup is a real person. This coffee cup is my engineer. You have to imagine that while you're talking to your engineer, what you're saying has to make sense. So if it doesn't make sense to a person, it's probably not going to make sense to the AI. And so that's the issue a lot of people face. Like, they come up with this massive document about their grand vision, their grand idea, but you have to remember, if a person can't understand it, then AI probably will not be able to understand whatever is going on in your head either. And so let's go back here. So what's going on right now is the agent is actually building our app. It's writing a bunch of code. It's literally doing many, many different actions to actually build our app, and it's writing the code from scratch. And by the way, while this builds, I want to do something else. Did you guys all download Expo Go? Did you all get a chance to do that? Press 1 if you got a chance to do that. If you didn't get a chance, you can just download Expo Go from your the Android store or the iOS store. It's just called, this is what the app is called. It's called Expo Go. And what's going to be really fun is while I build this app, you guys will actually be able to test the app as I build it. So don't do anything yet. As long as you have the app, that's all you need. And I actually hope this works, because if it works, it's going to be so cool. But yeah, do not scan this QR code just yet. So let's talk about what's going on right now, right? I started with this prompt, and now Replit is going off, and it's doing a bunch of stuff. It's going and setting up a database for me. It's going and setting up OpenAI for some reason. I'm not sure why. It's going and generating all the code for the first screen of this app. It's setting up all the different routes to actually secure the data. And so it's actually doing a lot of different things for us. Just so you guys know, this is the one thing I like about Replit compared to other agents, is that it automatically makes a database for you. And so a lot of you may not know what a database is, or you may know what it is, but you may not know the purpose. Like, let's just say someone on my app comes in and makes a profile. Where is that profile stored? Where is it kept? And so if you use a coding agent like Claude Code or Codex, you have to actually handle the database stuff by yourself. The nice part about Replit is that it'll handle all the database stuff for you, and which honestly is a lot better for most beginners. But I think as you get more advanced, you can get more further into it. Cool. So now it's making up all my screens. What if we don't understand what it's doing? That's a great question, and I will answer that question for you. Someone asked in the chat, what if I don't understand what it's doing? It's so important that you actually keep track of what you don't understand. Let's just say for whatever reason, you don't know what this means. Let's say you don't know, what this means, right? Now let me write all the backend routes and seed data. Look, when you're working with agents, you kind of want to understand everything it's doing, even though some of it may go over your head. But you want to understand the fundamentals of what it's doing. And so here's what I like to do. I like to actually just ask the agent itself. So for example, I could just say, what does this mean? And I notice how I put this check mark here. It's called plan mode. Plan mode basically means that the agent doesn't actually take any actions. We're just talking to it. We're just kind of vibing with it. We're asking it questions. We're asking how to do things. You want to really get in this habit of using plan mode for questions and for planning different feature ideas you have, because it makes it just really, really easy to just ask questions and figure out and learn more what the agent is doing. You kind of want to get in this habit of learning what the agent is doing by talking to the agent. And so what's nice about Replit, so by the way, it's obvious right now that this agent is working right now, right? We don't want to interrupt this agent. We want it to keep working for us until it builds our initial mobile app. And by the way, the beginning, the first time it builds the app is usually where it takes the longest, but then after that, it gets a lot more fun and fast. And so Replit has this nice little feature where we can create a new task. So we can actually like open up different agents at the same time. So for example, let me go ahead and take that thing I said. What does this mean? And let me put it in plan mode. And I can just ask the question here. And so again, we can actually have different agents running at the same time. Because again, we don't want to, you can see here, our main version agent is currently working. So again, we don't want to fuck with this guy. We want him to cook. And you can see already, he's already cooking. He's got some screens going and he's still working. So you don't really want to do or test anything until the agent is done working. And I can go back to my other agent here now and I can say, hey, what does this mean? And you can see here, it just explains to you what it's doing. And this is this is actually how you learn. A lot of people say like, oh, like, you know, people who are new to vibe coding don't actually understand what's going on and that's a problem. Yes, that is a problem. What you should do is you should be really aware of the things that the agent is doing and then ask it questions. So in this case, I said, hey, what does this mean? Now let me write all the backend routes and seed data. And it says, hey, what's a backend route? What is seed data, right? Turns out seed data is just starter data. So who are all these people? These are completely fake people that the AI made up just to give us the vibe, right? And so that's kind of one good thing about AI. It kind of knows the basics of how to like actually set up the initial data set. So, okay, cool. Here is our app. Here is our app. So pretty cool. We have a system, we have a very basic screen where I can see the person, I can see their name, I can see what they're currently making. They have tags, they have a profile picture, and it's pretty cool actually. And so check this out now. Now you guys can actually try this app out if you want to. I'm gonna publish it right now and then you'll be able to test it out. So it's gonna take like 2 minutes. Don't scan this code here actually. This is the bad code. And so this is actually really cool. This is a pretty I'm not gonna say this screen is like super complex, but for us, we did this in 5 minutes, guys. 6 minutes. And this costs 15 cents, by the way. You can see how much it costs right there. 15 cents for this screen. And again, we have a lot going on here. We got a database, we got like a whole iOS app, Android app, we have different screens. It's a lot going on. It looks like some people are already getting it working. I want this to work on your phone, by the way, so I'll show you how to do that in just a sec. Again, you need the Expo Go app. It's called Expo Go. It's on iPhone and Android. And it's just publishing right now, by the way, so I can actually publish this directly right now so you guys can test it out. This won't put it on the App Store. I should have explained this actually. Expo Go is kind of the middleman. It's kind of like between Replit and the App Store. It lets you essentially test your iPhone apps and Android apps before it goes to the App Store. And it's very, very, very convenient because getting to the App Store is a bit of a pain, which I'll talk about in a moment, or talk about much later. Getting to the App Store can take like maybe like a week, you know? And so, you know, imagine that you have to spend a week just testing your app out, just to test your app out, or you have to wait a week. That would be ridiculous. And so Expo makes it super easy to work very, very, very fast with all this. Did you have to set up an environment beforehand? No, Replit actually does all of it. All you have to say is create a mobile app, and then it'll kind of, Replit has the intelligence built into it on how to actually build a mobile app. And just if you're curious how it knows, you can see here, it has all these different skills that it loaded. It loaded the Expo skill, the mobile UI skill, the media generation skill. It has all these different skills that you can use to make the AI a lot smarter and faster. Because for example, if you just go to like, I don't know, ChatGPT and tell it to build a mobile app, like it's not gonna do it. It doesn't have the abilities to do it. And so the reason these agents are so wonderful is that they're able to use these different skills that other people have made for them to make them a lot more effective. So in this case, Replit is using the mobile app skill. And that makes it really good at building mobile apps. Otherwise, if you just told an AI to build a mobile app, it often does a pretty bad job. Okay, cool. So how do I use this now? Your data is ready. Okay, here it is. All right, guys. So go ahead and scan this QR code and let me know if it works. I'm gonna try it out on my phone too. And I'm sorry, I can't show you my iPhone screen. And so what's going on right now? It says no members. Check back soon. Why is it doing that? Oh, I know why. I know why. Because it's on the production database. Let's try this QR code instead, guys. New QR code time. This QR code. This one should work. Oh, wow. It gave us like a little logo. And so press 1 if it worked for you. Let me know if it worked for you guys. Pretty cool. I can also click in on people's profiles. That's pretty cool. Hell yeah. Let's go. It works. Heck yeah. Awesome. So now is the fun part. Now we can actually start to make this better. So chat, what should we add next to our community mobile app, right? Well, I think there's one obvious problem, right? What's the obvious problem, guys? The obvious problem is you can't join. There's no way to make, there's no way to actually make a profile. So let's just ask for that, right? Hey, so right now this app works really well, but you can't make a profile on here yet. So let's make that. I want you to make a simple system where a person can make a profile and make a simple onboarding where they can maybe set up their profile, their location, and what they're making, and maybe some tags around what they're doing. And again, just create an onboarding that lets them actually make a profile on this platform. And can you also add authentication? Cool. So here's what happened, guys. I am actually gonna do. Here's what's going on. I asked for this kind of new feature now, right? And this is a very important lesson when working with agents. You don't just want to go and tell the agent to do this now. You want to actually use this thing called plan mode. Because what plan mode does is when you ask for something that is more complex, it's going to be a lot more complicated. And I want to give you an example. Let me just copy this, for example, and not send it. Let's just say make everything all lowercase. See, now the agent's gonna do this, but this is a pretty small change. Like technically just changing text or colors or images or little like things like that, you don't need to use plan mode for that. Because they're very small, quick things. What you do wanna do when you ask for something a lot bigger, like, oh, add a registration system, add a system for people to upload their own profile picture, that sort of stuff, that's where it gets more complicated. And you wanna be a little bit more careful. And so now, let me just show you guys something really cool. You actually can, while the app updates on here, we can update it on our phone as well. I'll show you how in just a sec. So for most of you guys, you have Expo Go on your phone right now, right? Let me actually go on Expo Go right now, 1 second. You can shake your phone when you're on the Expo Go and click reload, and that's gonna reload all the new code. So try that out. So go ahead and go to Expo Go, shake your phone, click reload, and then look at how everything's all lowercase now. Did it work? Press 1 if it worked. And so this is actually the flow. This is how we build mobile apps. We build stuff on Replit with our agent, we ask for changes, and then on our phone we shake, and we click reload. And just so you guys know how that works is Replit has all the code in its cloud. Replit is running this thing called Expo Go. Expo is a completely different company, by the way. Expo then pulls the code from Replit's cloud and lets you test it on your phone. Just so you guys know how that works. Expo is a completely different company. And so let's get back to this, right? So I want to build this whole authentication system. I want to build this whole system where people can set up a profile and all that stuff. I'm gonna actually do this for a moment, guys. I'm gonna not add authentication. Authentication meaning adding accounts, adding that whole system. Generally, I think that like you wanna, actually let's just add authentication, fuck it. I wasn't gonna do it because it can sometimes break and it can be kind of annoying to fix, but let's just give it a shot. And so hey, let's just read our prompt back. By the way, remember my analogy. You need to be able to explain it to the coffee cup. This is the engineer. So if the engineer doesn't understand what you're doing, then AI definitely will not understand what you're doing. So I like to do that. I like to repeat my prompt back out loud. I like to talk to this like something. Hey, so right now this app works really well, but you can't make a profile on here yet. Let's make that. I want you to make a simple system where a person can make a profile and make a simple onboarding where they can set up their profile, their location, what they're making, maybe some tags around what they're doing. All right, just create an onboarding that lets them do that and make a profile on this platform. Also, can you add authentication? Okay, so that's a pretty good prompt. Like I think for most of you guys, you understand what I'm saying, right? And that's the most important part. But we can make this prompt a little bit better. What does this mean? What do you mean set up their profile? So can you guys explain what, you need to almost close your eyes and imagine what you want the AI to make. You know, like, so, okay, the user is gonna set up their profile. What does that mean? Does that mean they can select a picture? Does that mean they can take a picture? Can they open their camera? What does that mean? Like, can they write a one-liner? So for example, like, the user should be able to pick a photo from their library and, or take a photo right there, all right? What about their name? What about their gender? All that stuff, I totally agree. Let's just, sometimes name and gender as well. Let's just do name. Let's let the AI just cook. Let's see what it does. And so here's what I'm gonna do. I just shut off this prompt and I'm in plan mode, by the way. So again, when you're in plan mode, it doesn't take any actions. It just literally, what it does is it makes a master plan and then it tells the agent to follow the plan. Generally, this is a much better way to work with agents because agents are kind of bad if you don't give them plans. And so a lot of people who are beginners never use the planning stuff and they end up being like, oh, my app doesn't work, or oh, it's super buggy. Well, it's because you're either asking for too much at a time or you're just, you're likely asking for too much at one time. And so what's gonna happen now is it's gonna start just cooking. It's gonna start making this, it's gonna start planning this pretty big feature. And again, I know for a lot of you guys, you're non-technical, and you may not know what it's saying, but you should still read everything. And you should read every single thing, and whatever you don't understand, honestly, just take a note. For example, like, what is a new API endpoint? What the fuck is this? Again, you know what I like to do? I like to just take a note on my notes. I'll just take a note here and I just write it down. And I write it down because it's like, and it's just things that confuse me. Things that confuse me. This is the best way to learn. Just write down the things that the agent is doing that confuses you. And then later, when you're chilling, go to plan mode and ask it what's going on there. And so again, let's see what it's doing right now. It's doing a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna wire up the mobile app authentication provider. I'm gonna do a multi-step onboarding. Welcome screen, sign in, photo step, location. I'm gonna tag the different steps. And now it's actually writing the plan. So that's pretty cool. It's actually writing our full plan down. And by the way, a plan is literally like a giant Google Doc. You can actually view the plan. This is what the plan looks like, by the way. This is the AI generated plan. So the plan actually is just fully generated, and honestly, I don't really read the AI's plan that much. I kind of just trust that it works. But yeah. So, okay, cool. So now it says that the plan is created. So now it gives us two options, build in background or build here. Replit is really cool where you can actually do multiple things at the same time. So I can actually do this, check this out. I can build this in the background and it spawns a sub agent that will go and work on this entire task for me now, this whole giant authentication task. And I also have the main version where I can do smaller, quicker changes that I may want, right? So for example, now I can actually do two things at once, right? I'm working on this screen, on the main screens, but the authentication stuff is happening in the background. And this is actually how you can get really kind of like advanced with this stuff, and you can get in a really good productive flow with it. Because what you don't want to do, what you definitely don't want to do, is where you prompt it and then you just sit on TikTok, or you just go and chill. You kind of want to always be having these agents working for you 24/7. And it is actually a skill on how to do that. But I think as you work with these different background agents, you get better at it. So for example here, just to keep it very simple, we spawned a background agent that is now working on this entire authentication task for us, this entire onboarding task. And so I'm gonna go back and I still wanna have some fun. You know, I'm still early with this app and I wanna add some more stuff. I wanna be like, you know, I can click people's screens, that's pretty cool. But what else can we add, chat? What else do you wanna add to this app? Again, this is like the Make Something community app. What else can we add? Any ideas? How do you make sure the screens don't clash? That's a great question. And I will answer that once that other task is done. A chat forum. Ooh, I like that. How about, I like the idea of a chat. That's kind of cool. Send friend requests to others? That's kind of cool too. Dude, a messaging system would be really cool. Ooh, people can post their progress. I love that. Let's make a new tab where people can submit. Why am I typing all this? Let's make a new feature where people can submit an update around what they're working on, and this will reflect on their profile. This should be a new tab at the bottom of the app. Okay. I like this. So now I guess my idea is that like maybe someone can actually click a button here and then submit an update about what they're working on, and that's reflected on their profile. So when you click their profile, you can see all their past updates maybe. That'd be pretty cool actually. Well, let's just send it. By the way, you're gonna notice here I didn't use plan mode. This is not that big of a feature. Like it's kind of big, but like not that big. I guess this is where, because I've been coding for 10 years, I have an idea around like what's big and what's not. I think for you guys, just play with it. Don't stress about it too much. Like use plan mode for some things, and then don't use plan mode for other things and see where things break. Like you're gonna learn by breaking things. One more thing, if I click this thing here, you can see all the different agent modes. I'm on economy mode right now. That means it kind of saves a lot of these tokens for me. It doesn't spend a lot of tokens. But there's also power mode. There's also max mode. The way to think about this is that when you have harder problems or worse bugs, like if your app doesn't work, you want to send the stronger agent. But for the most part, I like economy mode. It works pretty well. So I'm going to send this now. So now what's going on? Now we have two agents working for us. We have this authentication agent, which by the way, is still going. It's gonna take like at least 5 to 10 minutes because it's a pretty big task. And we have this other agent that's working on this other screen where people can submit a weekly update. That means we have two agents working for us at the same time, which is pretty cool. That's like having two engineers working for you at the same time. It's kind of crazy. Co-founder search. Oh, that's a really cool idea. All right, guys, I'm gonna let the agents cook right now. It's gonna take at least two to 5 more minutes. Any questions I can answer? Because again, this is the one part. Technically, I could go and ask for more things, but honestly, 2 agents working in parallel already pretty good. And I'm down to take a break. You know, even you gotta take a break sometimes. You know, walk around. It's tough telling agents what to do, man. It's tough being me. I just gotta tell these agents what to do all day. Does Replit work with Figma? I have no idea. I have not used Figma in like 4 years, to be honest, for actual design work. I feel like Figma's kind of dead, no? Can you tell it to follow a UI style? That's a great question. Yes. So let's just say there's an app on the App Store that you want to copy because you like their style. You can take a screenshot of that app and then actually put it as a screenshot here. And you can tell Replit or whatever agent you're using to copy that style, and it'll do a really good job at it. Can you monetize it? Yes. We'll cover that at the end. I don't think I'm going to cover that on stream, but if you want to monetize these apps, it's actually super straightforward with Replit. All you have to say is, I want to monetize my app. How do I do that? And it'll walk you through it. I'll show you guys at the end too. It's not that complicated. I've tried using this to build apps, but I run into version issues. I've never had a problem. This is the one thing you guys got to kind of remember about these agents is that they're all getting better every single month. Like 3 months ago, these agents kind of sucked compared to where they are now. So if you tried stuff before, try them again. Because honestly, they just get better every single week, every single month. Like Replit was kind of ass 6 months ago. It was like kind of whatever. But now it's like really freaking good. It's really freaking good. Do you recommend pushing to Git after each task? There is no version control here right now. Replit controls all the versions for us. By the way, what's kind of nice is that the Replit makes these things called checkpoints. So if you feel like you fucked up, you can actually go back to a previous version of your app and then actually just click rollback. And you can go all the way back to that previous version of your app, which is pretty cool. Damn, we are really, it's chugging along, guys. It's doing a lot of stuff for us. Because authentication and a whole onboarding is like, that would take an actual engineer, like probably 1 to 2 days, by the way. If you're a mobile app engineer, you know the pain of how hard it is to build authentication and an onboarding that just works across all the different platforms. Do you like Emergent or Replit? I've never used Emergent. I have no idea. Do you have a step-by-step document for this? I do not. Honestly, the best way to, I'm not gonna give you guys a big document after this. The best way to start is, I'll show you at the end how to start, but it's just by starting. Just by saying, I wanna make a mobile app, and then giving an idea and just like going from there. Don't try to think too much about learning or like understanding, just like enjoy the experience. And then again, do what I said before, which is if the agent is doing something, just write it down. And later ask it questions. That's what I like to do. And by the way, the cool thing about mobile apps is that you can use stuff like the camera. You can use stuff like the microphone. You can use the accelerometer. You can build full games if you want, you know? And so that's the good thing about building for mobile instead of like for web, because you have access to all the different attributes of the device. It's pretty nice. Farza, iOS, Android have different guidelines. How do we handle that? Great question. So Replit handles that for you in the background. That's another thing that Replit gives you for free. Because Android technically is different from Apple in terms of like the different things that you need. And so Replit handles a lot of that for you in the background. Also, if you have problems, like let's say something works on Android but not iOS, you can just tell Replit, hey, on Android, and then tell it whatever you want. And it can actually make sure that the right version of the code goes to the right platform. Okay, cool guys, check this out. So now we have this little updates. It's still cooking right now. So by the way, while the agent is cooking, you don't really want to mess with it too much. You don't want to test things too much. You want to wait till it's done. Oh, and wait, check this out. Looks like, yeah, we're almost done here. It looks like our other authentication agent is done now, and it's waiting for our main agent to apply changes. So this is really, really important. And it's a little bit complicated, but let me do my best to explain it to you guys. So we had 2 agents working at the same time, right? We had this authentication agent, and then we had this agent working on this weekly update feature. So 2 features at the same time. But how does that work? It's like almost 2 people working on the same kind of thing at the same time, like on the same code base. How does that work? Well, how that works is these sub-agents are separated from the main agent. So how that works is, check this out. Oh, it's still cooking. 1 second. How that works is, when this sub-agent is done, it's gonna actually roll the changes into main. And so if you're familiar with coding, this is kind of like a normal concept for you, but it's gonna take all the things that it did in the background and put it in the main app. So technically, it's working on 2 different versions of the app here. It's working on this main version, and it's working on this other version. And then when you're done with this specific feature, it's gonna actually roll it into the main version. Does that make sense, guys? It's a little bit weird. And I feel like if this is the one thing about like if you have an engineering background, it makes it a lot easier to understand. But I still think that, what do you call it? It's super understandable even if you don't have an engineering background. It just takes a little moment to understand. And okay, cool. So now the agent is done and we have this whole weekly update system. So let's go ahead and take our camera out again and scan this QR code. And and again, you wanna reload then. You wanna shake your phone and then click reload. And let's test. Let's see if it actually works. And super cool, by the way, if you're on iOS, it has Apple Glass at the bottom, or iOS Glass, liquid glass. That's pretty cool. So Replit kind of gave us that feature for free. Oh shit, that's super cool. So you can actually see everyone's past updates. So let's go ahead and make an update, guys. Hey guys, I'm making an update. Okay, so right now, everyone is Maya Chen. So, can anyone try like saying something in there? Oh, and you have to drag up. You have to drag it up to refresh. So right now, we are all Maya Chen, by the way. So that's a problem. It's so funny. But it's pretty cool. It actually works really well. Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, awesome. So let's get back here now. I'm not sure what the hell is going on here right now. All sub-agents are working. Let me wait for them to finish? What do you mean, brother? Please, what is it doing? Please finish. I don't know what's going on. I've never seen this before. But pretty cool, right? So we actually have a system where we were all, what do you call it, chatting and posting updates on on a little mobile app here. Of course, the problem is that we are all Maya Chen right now. So that's not good. But did it work for you guys? Press 1 if it actually worked for you guys. Like you were actually able to post a new update. So that's pretty cool, right? Like Replit actually made a database for us. We're able to actually post updates. Awesome. Of course, there's some other problems now, which is like, again, the main problem of like, we want to make an account and post our own updates, but oh, what is going on here? Sorry, guys, I actually don't know what's going on here. Queued? What are you doing, man? Just give me that. Just do it. I think something got stuck or something. I don't really know what's going on. Ah, it sucks. Looks like something got stuck. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. Sometimes this happens where, I don't know, agents are weird. I'm gonna stop this for now. I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna scroll up back to where I asked for authentication. And I'm just gonna do it in main and I'm not gonna put it in plan mode. I'm just gonna have it just go here. And so I'm not sure what happened here. That really sucks because it means we wasted 10 minutes. And now it's gonna take another 5 to 10 minutes to do this, but it's okay. I think it'll be worth it because then all of us can make accounts, add a profile picture, and it should be fun. Yeah. Well, a lot of good questions in the chat, by the way. How do you publish it to the App Store? I'll show you. It's actually really easy. Actually, while this thing is generating, let me show you guys how that works. So if you want to publish to the App Store, you literally just go to Publish. You click Start Publishing to the App Store. And it literally, all you have to do for Android, it's actually really easy because it's free. Or I think for Android, what is it? It's like 20 bucks a year or something, I forget. For Apple, it costs, you need an Apple license, which is 99 a year. But then that's it. You literally just go here, tell it your app's name, sign in with Apple, configure your certificates, and then launch it all through here. It's really, really, really simple. The part that's not simple is like making an account with Apple or with Google to get certified for the App Store. But again, that will take you maybe like a couple of days max. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Play Store is $20? That's so good. Apple is a ripoff, dude. They charge you $99 a year. Play Store is $25 one time? Oh my God, that's amazing. Must be nice. Yeah, so generally making apps for Android is way easier, like, because it's just cheaper. So I usually tell people, like, if you have an iPhone, I guess pay the $99 if you can, but if you don't, find a really cheap Android phone and then launch on Android instead. I mean, 75% of the world runs on Android, by the way, so. Can you send me a link to test the app? Oh, I can't, bro, I'm sorry. These are only QR codes. Is there a link? Maybe someone can help this guy out? Oh yeah, technically a QR code is a link. What am I saying? I'll help you out at the end, bro. Mr. What you mean, bro? What about advertising the app and making all those cool UI pages? Yeah, this person's asking, like, on the App Store, when you go to the App Store, like, how do you make all these little cool screenshot apps? Honestly, it doesn't really matter. You can generate these nowadays with AI, but I'm not going to cover that today. For now, your screenshots can just be like, can look kind of shitty. But you can make them more nice though. There's some fancy ways to do that today with Claude Skills that I'm not going to go into today. So why do people do only iOS apps? That's a great question. So generally, making apps for both Apple and Android means you have to test both. So for example, I don't have an Android phone today. So how do I even test Android? Therefore, I will probably only publish to Apple right now until I have an Android. And so that's why most people develop only for Apple or only for Android, usually. Sometimes it's both. But the nice part is, with Replit, we have one code base and it works for both, which is beautiful, to be honest. What do you do when the agent fucks up? It's a great question. Here's what I do. I usually tell it what the problem is, and then I just go and I put the much more strong agent on the task. So like in this case, I'm on, like, there's light mode, autonomous mode, power mode, economy mode, and max mode. And so when, it sounds really stupid, but when the agent messes up, I just go and I give it the stronger agent. Generally, the problem there is it's more expensive, because you may ask yourself, oh, why don't I use the strongest agent all the time? Well, you can, you're just gonna spend a lot more money. And so this is where you gotta be kind of careful, where it's like, this is why it's an option to have all these different modes here. For example, you wanna just change like the color of the screen, use this mode, use light mode before you send your prompt. You wanna change like something bigger, use economy mode. Do you have like a bug that you can't seem to figure out? Use max mode. That's kind of how I think about it. What subscription to Replit do you have? I think I just have the normal $20 a month plan, but the free version is pretty good too. And I'm also gonna give you guys a code later to get this for free for a month. Is there a way to parlay this into a job? For sure. I mean, to be honest with you guys, fuck jobs. Don't even get a job anymore. Please, just go make an idea, charge money for it, charge $10 a month for it, get 100 people to pay for it, and bada bing, you're making $1,000 a month. Like, honestly, the effort that I was gonna tweet this out yesterday, but I didn't tweet it out because I was kind of scared. I was gonna tweet this out. Kind of crazy how getting 100 people to pay you $50 a month for something feels more achievable than getting a job in 2026. So I think that, like, doing this does make it easier to get a job. In my opinion, like, you are literally making a new skill set. But I think that, like, the better idea is just go make something and just go go charge some money for it. The most secure job you can have in 2026 is the job that you create for yourself, I promise. Okay, cool guys. So authentication is almost done here. So here's the plan. We're gonna finish this up, the authentication stuff. Oh my fucking God, let's go. It looks sick. I'm so excited. Yo guys, I may just make this a real app. I might just make this into a real mobile app. This is so cool. Oh my gosh, this is so sick. Ceramics, design, hardware, code. That's so cool. This is the cool part about coding with AI. Like, sometimes AI surprises you. It like shows you something new that even you never thought you would have come up with. Like, I love this line, a community for people who create things. I love these little, like, I love the yellow and black look. Like, it's so cool. So it's still cooking right now. So technically, by the way, you could mess with this thing now and start like playing around with it. But the better idea is to let the agent finish first. And yeah, what was I saying? I was saying the plan now is to finish up authentication, get you guys testing this one more time, and then I'm gonna have you guys make your own mobile apps. And then I wanna test them. I wanna check them out. One question, how do we figure out app ideas that recruiters and companies notice? Again, my same answer. I think that getting a job is really stupid and you should just go make money on a simple business that you start for yourself. I really do think that getting a job is harder than making an app that makes $1,000 a month today. I actually believe that. All right, cool. So it's just finishing up now. I hope it finishes this. Authentication can take a while sometimes because there's a bunch of different things it's doing. And again, just have fun with it where you're like, try to read everything, Don't skip over what the agent says. Try to read every single thing, especially if you're new. Like the best way to learn this stuff, again, is by reading and asking questions. Okay, I think it's almost done here. I got an error. You should not be testing it right now. Again, while the agent is working, you're most likely gonna get errors because it's still working on it. It's not done yet. Oh, cool. So check this out, guys. It actually, what's cool about Replit is that it actually goes and tries to run the app for you in the background before it tells you to run it. And it'll actually find the issues before you even have the issue. So again, this is the nice part about working with these agents is that they're just so damn smart. And I guess agents like Replit and Claude and Codex, they're just so good. All right, we're almost done here. I'm sorry it's taking so long, guys. By the way, this is the bad part about streaming this stuff is that like sometimes the agent, like watching agents isn't that fun. But I hope you guys are having some fun watching me do this. I'm having fun. This is so cool. I'll reinstall the expo aware install command that picks the, okay, cool. You cook, agent, you cook. What if you already have a job? I mean, honestly, look, if you even spend 2 hours a week on this stuff, that's 8 hours a month. Like, you'll get really far just by doing that. Again, it's not just like, it's like slowly, you get into this stuff slowly, Oh, come on, agent, please get this done for me. Let me show oh, we done yet? Okay, it's still cooking. I'm gonna let it cook. Agent 4. I don't really know a lot of the stuff on this thing, to be honest. Design on an infinite canvas? I don't even know what that means. Can you explain how to be different when creating apps and prevent people from stealing your idea? Man, you don't have to worry about that. Don't worry about people stealing your ideas. Your idea probably isn't that good. Like, in the beginning, everyone's ideas are really bad. And so, if someone steals your idea, But I've never seen in the real world someone else fail because their idea was stolen. It's like I've literally never seen it happen. So I wouldn't worry about that. Just go build your idea. Be very open about it. Be very public about it. Don't be scared about someone stealing your idea. Can you show how you did the background agent? Yeah. To do a background agent, it's super simple. You just click new task and you just start here. And you can actually spawn these sometimes I have like 4 to 6 background agents at the same time working for me. Sounds kind of bad when I say it like that. How do you build in public? Like, what's the best way to go about it? How do you build in public, chat? Let me show you how. You take this, take a screenshot, go to Twitter, and say, I'm building my first app. And then tweet it. That's it. Like, you don't need to overcomplicate this. Or even better, take a screenshot of this stream right now and say, I'm building my first app with Farza, and then tag me or something. I don't know. Like, just the best way to build in public is by just talking about what you're actually doing. Like, it doesn't need to be that special. You don't need to launch anything. You just gotta like say what you're actually doing, you know? All right, guys, it's taking a minute right now. I'm sorry. It's really, usually authentication takes like 6 minutes. This is taking almost 10 minutes. But I have a feeling it's gonna work. I have a feeling. What have I built? Oh, someone asked me what I've built with an agent before. So my favorite thing I've built with these agents so far is this thing called Freewrite. Some of you may know it. I'll actually pull it up here. It is a journaling app that I made for myself on the Mac. Let me pull it up. Cool. It's this journaling app that I made for myself where it's basically a really clean aesthetic journal. And I wanted like a simple journal where I could see my past entries, where I have light mode, dark mode, where I could even like have a little timer to record to time myself while I'm writing, even like a little video mode where I can just record myself. Sorry, this is a new Mac. So I can record little vlogs for myself here, record them, and they're saved. And so I built this all with this one was with Claude almost a year ago now. But honestly, I built so many different things on Replit and Cloud Code and Codex, all three. Congrats on the new Mac. Thank you, bro. All right, guys, this is taking really long. I'm gonna give it 2 more minutes. And then if it's still not done yet, I'm just gonna actually tell you guys to get started with your stuff because I don't wanna waste your time either. But hopefully this takes like maybe 2 or 3 more minutes. Let's see. Low key? I'm just gonna test it right now, fuck it. Do you guys wanna test it? Try it out. It's probably gonna break. It's okay though. Oh, you can't even make a new account. What? What's going on here? Opening project. Ooh, damn, it's got like people in the background too. That's looks kind of creepy actually, not gonna lie to you. You see in the beginning screen there, it has like people in the background? A little bit creepy. By the way, there's a high chance this breaks because the agent is working right now. But let's just go through it, see what happens. YOLO. Cool, so now we have authentication. I'm gonna click allow. And oh, sheesh. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Never mind, guys, don't use it yet. It's still broken, it's still broken. We shouldn't have used it. Dude, this thing's really working right now. Oh my God. Hey, I guess it's good. It's good to have your agents working. SDK mismatch stuff is annoying. Yeah, it's annoying, but like the nice part is it's gonna get it eventually. It's just like takes time sometimes. Again, this is why it's like better as a background task versus as the main task. So again, the better thing would have been just to be like if it was a background task, but it's okay. You gotta prepare some jokes to tell in the meantime. I can tell you guys some stories. But honestly, I just want you guys to it's time for you guys to start building in a moment. I'm really excited. There's still like, 160 of you here still. Shout out to you guys. I think we lost like 40 people already. Stay strong, my friends. We're almost there. And then I actually just really want to see what you guys build. I'm really excited for that. I think it's almost done. The welcome screen looks great. Amber accents, dark theme. Let me check the onboarding screen and check what the root / might show. And see, this is the cool part, guys. It's actually taking screenshots of our app and actually checking if it works. So like that's why it takes so long. Like it's not just writing the code, it's also testing the code by taking screenshots and analyzing the screenshots on our behalf. Kind of crazy. So like while it's fixing bugs, it's also double checking if there's no new bugs. I'm conflicted between using a vibe coding platform or building it from scratch. Chat, what do you think? What's the answer here? Do you use a vibe coding platform or do you build from scratch? What do you do? You should use the tools that are at your disposal, my friend. Just use Replit. Like it's not that deep, I really don't feel like it's that deep. I built on Replit and finished $20 within 7 hours. Nice. Cool. You can see here, it's once again taking these screenshots and going through the flow. Pretty cool. Damn. Lesson for next time, by the way, I shouldn't ask for authentication. I knew it. If I didn't, this is the whole problem. If I didn't ask for authentication, this would have taken 5 minutes max. I'm so dumb. Remember I was doing that? I was like, let me maybe not add authentication right now. I should have trusted myself. Because it just takes longer, it's not as fun to watch. Do you ever start with boilerplates? Not really anymore. Can you finish faster? Oh shit, it's not actually gonna send it. It queues up the message. That's funny. Can it add widgets? Yeah, you can totally add widgets. Farza, when you create apps, do you run a background security check agent? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I haven't. I know there's some really good security agent checks now, but I've never really used them. Because again, I'm pretty technical myself, so I know when something is like kind of sus with a database. I know Codex and Claude release some stuff, and I'm sure Replit does some stuff in the background too. I can ask the founder of Replit for you guys if you want. We can message him right now. Amjad. Yo, bro. Does Replit handle security with DB stuff in BG? I'll let you guys know what he says. Oh my God, it's done. Finally. Oh, chat, it's time. There's a very high chance that it's broken, by the way, but let's try. So you're gonna scan the QR code. You're gonna shake it. Oh my God, because we already reset everyone's auth state so they start at onboarding. The problem is, for a lot of you guys, it's not gonna show the onboarding because you already technically clicked get started, so we fucked up there. But here's what you can do. You can just ask Replit to reset everybody. We can actually just use it here. We can actually use it here just for the sake of example. So I can click get started. Oh, I gotta go in another window. Okay. Actually, let's just start here. So let's start again. So you can see here, it just said I deleted all the members. Let's try again here. Scan the QR code, shake, reload. Create a logout button. God damn it. Technically, I'm still logged in, right? You guys see that? I'm technically still logged in. So I gotta like log out first and then get in there. We're almost there. Oh shit, Amir Johnny, what's up? So someone made their first profile already. That's so cool. Oh shit, you guys are making profiles. There's 3 people already. Let's go. That's awesome. Pune, India, Dubai, Pakistan. Cool. If you guys can't make a profile yet, 1 second. I have to add a logout button. That's the whole problem. This is so cool. Guys, should I make this a real app? I feel like there's no good app for people that just like building stuff. And Twitter is so stupid. I fucking hate Twitter. This is so much cooler. All right, it's adding the logout button now. Oh, that's so cool. So it looks like it works. Everybody can actually make a profile. All right, so there should be a logout button now. So go ahead and scan the QR code. Again, shake your phone, reload, and we should see a logout button somewhere. Yes, at the top right. So you're gonna log out there, and now you're gonna get taken back to the main onboarding screen, get started, and bada bing. Okay, cool, awesome. So now we can take a photo. So I can actually, that's the cool part. Let's take a photo together right now. Hey. Continue, where are you? San Francisco. What are you making? Make something. Continue. Your interest, ceramics, cooking, animation. And bada bing, here we are. Now we all have our little profiles here, and we can all click on our profiles, and we have a whole little app that we made. Looks like the clicking profile thing is broken, so we can fix that later. But pretty cool. This is so sick, guys. Press 1 if it's working for you. That's so cool. Hell yeah, let's go. Pretty cool. So we have successfully built an entire mobile app, gotten all of you to test it, made authentication, added databases to it, and made it multiplayer, all in the span of 1.5 hours. And 30 minutes of that time, I was just yapping, and about 20 minutes, I was waiting for this stupid agent bug. So pretty cool. Not working? What's not working for you? It works for me. You should just scan that QR code, and it should just work. Make sure you shake the app, right? So once you scan it, you gotta shake it. You gotta shake it. So sick, actually. Maybe I'll make this a real app. It's actually really cool. Looks like we already have 30 profiles that have been created, which is pretty nice. Cool. Amazing. So guys, that's that. So we have successfully built our first mobile app. Just like that. On Android, the typing is a challenge. Yeah, so as you test different platforms, you can actually now go back to the agent and like say like, hey, on Android, it's weird here, and then it'll fix it for you. But yeah, how was that? It's pretty crazy. So now I think it's your turn. Whether or not it works for you or not right now, I think it doesn't really matter. But it's your turn now. I think you all should pick a starting idea now. And this is how I would think about picking an idea. Think about something you love. Anime, soccer, Chinese food, coffee, furniture, whatever you love. And just try to build something silly around your interest to that. So if you love cricket, I don't know, maybe let's say you love cricket, you love soccer, maybe make a fun app where your friends can bet on your favorite players together. I don't know, something silly. And after you do that, try to show 5 people your app. Try to have them scan that QR code and show 5 people the app. You're not really looking for feedback, you're looking more for inspiration, if that makes sense. And then I think early on, it's more about trying to get inspired in new ways versus trying super hard to get people to like your idea. You're not trying to find people to like the idea. A few notes before we get started here. First, join the Discord. So let me give you guys the link here in the chat. Let me give you the link in the chat. Copy. So I'm going to pin this link here. So once you're in the Discord, you're going to see the announcements channel, and that's where I'll be talking to you guys. And then for free Replit for 1 month, you're going to use the code FARZA0. So just take a picture of this real quick. This is going to give you $20 for free, I think, which is a lot actually. It gets you pretty far. It gets you at least to your first app. And then I'll also put this code in the Discord, by the way, later. And then once you're done, tell us what you shipped. You're going to go to makesomething.so/ishipped-mobile. And then you're going to be able to submit a form. Let me show you guys. Makesomething.so/ishipped-mobile. And you'll be able to submit a form where you'll be able to show us what you shipped. Super simple. Because then what you're going to get is some deals. You're going to get access to this page, the deals page, where you'll be able to actually get deals from ChatGPT, from, we give, I think, what's the deal pack right now? 1 month free of ChatGPT, 1 month of Emergent, 1 month free Replit, 1 month free Whisper Flow, and a bunch of other stuff. So once you actually build your app and then submit that link, you get all that stuff. It's pretty cool. And now, that's it. That's it. So I'm gonna open up the Discord now. I'm gonna stop the stream in a moment. And I want you to all join this one of these co-work rooms. These are rooms where you can have your video on and your mic on and just say hi to people and just hang out with people as you build your first app, maybe ask questions. For the I need help, you can ask questions to me or to our wonderful team of teaching assistants if you have problems. And that's it. Time to get to work. I'll also join one of these co-working rooms. But yeah, join the Discord and then join one of these co-working rooms. That's it. Say something in Urdu, please. Are Discord mein to aajo. Is that the right phrasing? Cool, guys. Press 1 if this was fun. Rate this out of 10. I hope you guys got the app working on your phone. I think that was pretty fun. That was pretty cool. It wasn't that smooth. But again, this is my first time doing this stream, and I only had an hour to prepare. So I think it was pretty good. Glad you guys liked it. And I don't know, thanks for hanging around. All 140 of you. I'll see you in Discord. I'm going to be in co-working room 4, probably. But I don't see a lot of you in Discord. Where are you guys? Get in here. Are you scared to show your face and show your voice? Is that what it is? You guys cowards? Make some friends. Stop being so shy. It's so rare that you have all these people together making things. Go say hi. Don't be shy, bro. Honestly, what usually happens here is everybody just joins a room and stays muted until I come in. And then everybody's like, oh, hey, what's up? Do you remember when you came to Dubai for TKS? Yeah, of course I remember. JK, I'm going to be in co-working room 7. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I hope this was fun. I already have so many lessons learned on how to make the next one better. But kind of crazy how we built our own little mobile app this quickly. And I just can't wait to see what you guys make. By the way, once you finish making stuff, don't forget to fill out that form. I'll put the link in the announcements channel, and don't forget to mention it and make a post in iShipped. And that's it. Let's go. Cool, guys. Thank you all. If you have any questions or need any help, I'll hang around here for like the next 5 minutes. Otherwise, you can turn this off and get to work. And by the way, remember, you need to first, for your first prompt to Replit, make sure you start with create a mobile app. Otherwise, it may make like a website for you, which is kind of not that interesting. How to join Discord? By clicking the link, bro. The pinned link. Okay, guys, Amjad says that is a bunch of security. Should I play some music in here? Nah, I think I'm gonna close the chat, guys. I'm gonna close the stream, guys. Thank you so much again. If you had fun, maybe take a screenshot of this and put it on Twitter and tag me. I don't know. I always like to see when people are in the real world watching this stuff. Oh, nice. You guys are all doing it. That's so cool. Let's go. Chat, thank you so much for your time. Sorry we had all these little issues, by the way, today. Still pretty fun, I think, but we'll always be better. We'll always make it better by doing it more. Just gotta ship it. So hope you ship your first app today, and I'll see you in Discord. If you don't have the link, it's right there. It's pinned.